Hey everyone, this is Allan, and today I will record a short video talking about actually answering a question that I got in yesterday's video that asked me what is that I save and what Obsidian is. And first, I will actually show you guys on my screen what Obsidian is. Obsidian is this program on my computer that shows notes in a organized visually hierarchical way, and it's a lot easy to write. So for example, this is just a normal text, and then I transform it into a heading with just this symbol, and it's really easy to write on. And basically that's why I use Obsidian to write and to organize my data, and also because it lets me choose a folder in my computer. I chose this folder called Second Brain, and then I put different folders and different kinds of videos. And also the best thing from Obsidian for me is this graph view, and it shows how each node gets transformed into a node, and it shows all the connections. So for example, I have this one called log, and this is connected to basically everything because here I have what I do daily. So I have this kind of information saved, and that's Obsidian. And what I save is basically more things about tasks that I have to do, ideas like principles. This is kind of one thing. And for example, let's get this. It's mostly in Portuguese because I study mainly in Portuguese, and I prefer to write in Portuguese because that's my native language. And so I have here a principle that is connected to different videos. And here I have convergences. That's a word that says how things connect. And here are, for example, two videos that connect with this idea that came from this video here. So I use Obsidian because I like to connect my ideas. Okay, and also I have all these where I put from audios that I record. So here are the audios that I recorded on my cell phone before starting this video. This one is also another audio, and I have notes that I take. Here, for example, are notes from things that I've did in a day. These are another kind of notes. So basically I put on Obsidian everything that I don't want to forget because I don't trust my memory. Actually, I know that I will forget a lot of things. So if I forget anything, I use Claude Code in Obsidian to help me remember it. So this is the first point. I don't have a great memory, so if I study something and don't take notes, I will for sure forget about it. And Obsidian and Claude Code connect with my files in Obsidian makes it a lot easier to remember. So before AI, I had already built the habit of taking notes and saving the materials I study to absorb it better. So it's because I like studying. I like to remember and to deeply absorb the ideas that I have contact with. And also, it's been not a long time that I've realized that the more I read and write and save the content, the easier it is for me to record a video because it's a lot easier to have ideas. Not this video, because this is like I am just answering a comment, but when I don't have anyone asking me something to talk about, I go to my files, and with the help of AI, I get the ideas of what to record about. So basically, in a normal day, I will start my day checking my email box because I am subscribed to a lot of newsletters, and I save them in the Boring Clock and the Boring Reader. Actually, that's the system that I created to organize my reading, and I read about 30 pages a day. Most of them are the newsletters and articles I find interesting, and only the best go into my second brain because I try to filter the real good content from normal content to actually feed my second brain with better content, and videos too, because videos actually mainly about AI, business, and digital marketing, because those are my areas of interest, but also things related to my programming work. And basically, just summarizing again what Obsidian is, it is a program that makes it way easier to see your notes in an organized way, and it's built on Markdown. And Markdown is actually a kind of file, a type of file that is used a lot with AI. So I was already using Markdown for a long time before it was used with AI, because it is really easy to write and easy to create this visual organization that you guys are seeing right now. And just as I said, the big thing is that it lets you make connections between nodes. And here I just actually this part was AI helping me, because I forgot to talk about it in the audios that I showed earlier. And Claude Code helps me because when I forget something, it has a log, and it will conceal it will watch the log and help me remember things, so I don't have to remember everything. And basically, what I try to do, aside from just saving this content, is that I try to turn it into action. I first find the nodes that connect, and then I realize, oh, this principle here is appearing in different sources. So I try to understand it better, and then I try to apply it in my daily routine with a habit or with a concrete action. So, for example, I've realized that it's necessary because I saw a lot of people talking about how important it is to create an audience. So I understood that principle of it is important to create an audience, and then I took action. I started recording these videos. So I am in this challenge of recording one video every day for 100 days. And so that's basically the process of getting one principle, understanding it, and putting it into action. That's just what I am doing right now. And with the help of AI, I start realizing these patterns because I talk with AI every day, because I work with it, and ideas from different sources. So sometimes a video will connect with a newsletter that I wrote, that I read like months ago, or something that I saw in a book. So for example, I have this principle right now that is AI is leverage, but I learned about leverage last year when I read Naval's book. But before that, 3 years ago, was the first time I learned about the kinds of leverage, because the guy that wrote a newsletter talked about it, but I didn't know at the time that it was a Naval's idea. But that's how ideas connect. You start seeing the patterns in a lot of different sources. And yes, just remembering about yesterday's video, I don't actually save to just archive the content. I save so it becomes output. So the idea of having a second brain is to make it easier for you to output what you are consuming. And saving is only the input part. The connections are what turn those inputs into outputs that are the actions. And that's it for today. I planned this video to be a lot shorter, but it is longer than I thought. So that's it. See you tomorrow.